Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm Abby Blue, and today we're going to talk a little bit about energies. A lot of us kind of have this preconceived understanding that your energy and your manifestation, it comes down to how you structure it. It comes down to these certain guides, these rules within this book, but that's just not the case. When it comes to manifestation, when it comes to bringing something into your environment, into your reality, or changing your life, changing your perspective, it all comes back to your emotion and towards how you feel. Energies do not rely on language. It does not say one language is better than the other, or you have to speak it in a certain tongue for the universe to understand. The universal language is emotion. And what's important to understand is that we aren't manifesting exact certain scenarios. We are manifesting more of this energy that you are feeling inside. And to receive that energy and to bring it into your life means that you must emanate that energy already. You must feel internally as if you already have this feeling that you're going after. So to make it a little bit easier, think about something that you want to bring into your reality. When you have this desire already manifested, think about how you would feel having this new job or this new car. Very specifically, what emotions will you feel once you have it? Now, it's that emotion, it's those feelings that you want to focus on. The heart center is where we need to align what it is that we want to attract into our lives. So when we can harness that feeling internally in our hearts, that's when we start to manifest and pull our desires into our realities. That's when we start to shift our environment. Our realities will quite literally change in front of our eyes. The people that we meet, the opportunities that come into our lives. I'll tell you a little personal story to kind of show you the little ways that your environment will start to change once your internal world changes and you're aligned with what it is that you desire. So last year in 2023, during the recession, I had lost my job. And I had been going back and forth between like full-time jobs and doing client work. Sometimes I would want the stability of a full-time job, and other times I just wanted the freedom and flexibility of having clients. Well, once I had lost this job, I was trying to figure out my next path. A lot of things were changing inside of me. My inner worlds were shifting dramatically, and I was trying to find where my path was. Where do I go next? Who am I? Unraveling every layer of my being, I questioned who I was, who I am now, and who I want to be. There's a name that we use called dark night of the soul or ego death that would be applicable for what I was experiencing during this time. And it was an extended period of time. It was months. I was down, it was dark, and I found my way back to my path. And in doing so, it all started with, first of all, making sense of what was going on inside of me, but then finding gratitude within every little aspect of my life. And every day, every morning, every night, finding what I can be grateful for, even though I'm stressing about how I'm going to pay my rent, how I'm going to buy groceries. I've never experienced this before because I was always working 2-3 jobs and always saved a certain amount so I wouldn't have to experience this. I do believe there are several reasons why I had to experience this, and I am very grateful for the experience itself. But when I focused on gratitude and I focused on what I do have versus what I don't have, that's when things started to shift. When I was really low, when I was not sure where to go, I was running into people that were angry, that didn't want to talk to you, that would not smile on the street, whether it be customer service representatives or taxis. But when I started shifting my internal worlds, that's when little things started to change. The customer service representatives started smiling, and they actually would crack jokes. The agents that I worked with, they were all happy, they were smiling. My taxi drivers, I made friends with them. We had great conversations when we drove from point A to point B. The people on the streets, when I was walking my dog, they were smiling, they were conversational. So little things like that are reminders that your inner world is shifting. your inner world reflects everything in your external world, from the people that you meet to the experiences that you have. I was just walking the other day and I was feeling how protected I am because I feel I am on my right path. The universe won't let me leave until I at least accomplish what I came here to do. And I was walking the street the other day and I was just thinking about this in a car. I saw this car. I was like, they're not gonna stop for me. I know it. And what do you know? They didn't even realize I was crossing the street with my dog and they slammed on their brakes after trying to turn. But in that moment, I'm just thinking there was this field around me that protected me from getting hit by this car. Everything comes back to this fundamental knowing that you have what it is that you want to attract. There are a lot of people that believe that you need to have things structured a certain way. But when it comes to energy, and it comes to manifestation and changing your reality, it all comes down to how your inner world and how at peace your inner world is. And then it starts to change and reflect into your outer world. God's language, universe's language, your higher self's language, it's energy, it's emotion, it's not words. When people use prayers or they use rituals to help focus their energy, but it's not the words in the prayers and it's not the tools in your ritual and your altar or your ceremony that directs the energies that makes things happen. It's the energy and the attention and the focus that you're putting towards this very specific goal or this emotion. But let's say that you want to manifest something really specific, or you're trying to manifest a certain outcome in your life or after a certain move. How does it actually work? Well, first off, I'll say that I'm a student. I will always be a student. I'm just sharing with you what I have realized in my own experiments, in my own realizations, as well as then reading about it. There's so much knowledge out there. And I'm kind of in this isolation mode still, just absorbing as much as I can. We are living in the Da Vinci Code. This life is crazy. The more you know, the crazier it gets and the more questions you have. When I continue learning about this stuff, it reflects what I've come to realize about the universe and the way that energies work already. And it's reassuring. That's wow, I came to this realization before, someone gave me this idea that this is how things work. And it just gives me validation that what I'm experiencing and what I'm observing about the universe and the forces at play is that it's real. It's legit. What I'm experiencing it's spiritual. So when you're trying to manifest something more specific, what I have found that works after my experiments with it and my understandings just through hands-on working with materials and working with the energies and seeing what actually works and what brings results. And as I mentioned a moment ago, you can use different tools. You can use a ritual, an altar, a ceremony. You can write down your intentions. You can use a word prayer. But this is not what makes things happen. These are used as tools to amplify your energy, give it a start and an end, and help you direct it, because it's the direction and the focus of your energy that makes things happen. So what you would want to do is you would first want to start with thinking about clearly what your intentions are. Once you are clear on that, now you don't need every word figured out on how to structure your sentence. Don't get caught up on that. My mistake, or not mistake, but my error within my trial and error when I first started learning how to work with this energy was getting caught up on how to structure my sentences. The universe doesn't care about how you structure your sentences. It cares about what you focus on. So to give you an idea of this, let's just say that you're trying to manifest a sunny day tomorrow because you're trying to go camping. Okay, this is not what we would usually do, but this is just to show you what the difference is rather than the actual words itself, but the energy. So if you want it to be a sunny day, and you're thinking to yourself, I hope it doesn't rain tomorrow. Please don't rain tomorrow. You're focusing on it raining tomorrow. Whether you're saying, I don't want it to, or I want it to, you're focusing on it raining tomorrow. That energy is being directed toward it raining. So it's going to rain, or it's more likely that it's going to rain because you're attracting those energies. But if you were to focus on, it will be sunny. It is sunny tomorrow. It already is. It's already happening. I have it. It's coming. Then you're focusing on the sun rather than the rain. So I hope that makes a little bit of sense on how to think about your intentions, where you don't need it to be structured in a specific way, but you need to focus on the positive outcome rather than what you don't want it to be. Focus on what you have, what you want, and not what you don't have and don't want. So once you have your intentions clear in your mind, focus on it within your heart and what the feeling and the emotion will be once you have it. And to have this underlying knowing that you already have it, that's one of the main ingredients. Now, I'm a little bit lucky in this way that I've always just been a strong believer in things. You know how long it took me to accept that Santa Claus wasn't real? I think I was like 11 years old and I was pretty hurt by the fact that Santa wasn't real. So I come already with this strong sense of belief. So when it comes to manifestation and this requirement to actually harness the feeling of having and believing and knowing, I come a little bit over prepared for that part. So I think that's why my manifestation usually works pretty well, because in the essence of my being, whatever I'm trying to manifest, I feel I already have it. Like I'm manifesting a car this year. And I already feel like I have a car. It's parked outside right now. I drive it to go to the park. I'm envisioning myself where I will bring this car, all the different roads I'll drive on, all the different adventures I'll have, what I'm going to pack into this car, and what I'm going to leave in it when I leave it outside at night. In my mind, in my world, I already have this car. And it's that underlying sense of knowing that's going to carry your manifestation and your desires into the next realm. Now, once you have that, you need to also, if you're doing a ritual to direct this energy, like a more potent direction of your energy, kind of like imagine this, like your neural network is all lighting up like a laser and it's directing toward exactly what it is that you desire. If you're doing this, you need to have this clear, this is why rituals are really helpful, because you need to have this clear ending so that you can let go, because that's the third ingredient, is letting go of this desire and knowing that the universe is doing its part to bring it to you. If you're constantly focusing on this desire and how you're going to bring this into your life, you're not letting the universe do its job. The energies are now clashing. But if you can first bring into your mind your intention, harness the energy as if you already have it, and learn to let it go and accept the results for how it actually plays out, while not getting stuck on very specific outcomes, then that's all you need to do. I mean, I really want to make it clear that the more you learn about these things, the more you realize how simple the answers are. I think we get used to and caught up in this structure that everything has to be complex, that your answers cannot be simple, and that you need other people to solve the answers for you. But that's just not true. You are unbelievably powerful, more powerful than I'm sure most of us realize. I mean, the human race, we are more powerful than we can even begin to imagine. So you're being fed this agenda that you need other people to be your hero, to solve your problems for you, but you can solve them yourself with the simplest of answers. Your health comes back to what you eat and how you move, how you sleep, the air you breathe, and the water you drink, the products that you use, your own stress management. I mean, it comes back to our relaxation exercises and even your breath. The way that we are breathing is actually changing. We are becoming more mouth breathers, lung breathers, shallow breaths. We're no longer nasal breathing and using our stomachs the way that we should be. Our lives have shifted so much from where we used to be. And yes, we have made some great accomplishments because of it, but we've also destroyed a lot of wisdom, a lot of what it means to be human. And now it's time for things to change. This is a messed up world. I mean, let's be honest. I think we can all agree on how scary things are getting. We are in this convergence of worlds, of extreme worlds that are overlapping and clashing, and it can go in any one direction within this current generation. That's a lot of pressure to put on us, and it can be overwhelming to learn the facts and to learn about the ways that we've been misled and misguided. It hurts and it's painful, and this is not a corporation's world. This is not even a human's world. This is God's world. The best thing that you can do to change the world and to change the way that things are currently going, to remove the evil and the greed in power, and to claim our world back and to make it into something that we want it to be, that we envision, that we all want. The first thing and the most important thing you can do is to become the best version of yourself. And to do that, it starts with eating healthy, with exercising, with researching the products that you use and understanding where they come from, but focusing on your energy inside and how you can make yourself the healthiest, best version of yourself. I mean, it sounds simple, and that's what I'm saying is the answers to most things in life are simple. They're not this over-complex solution that needs someone else to intervene and come in and solve it for you. You don't need a savior. You can save yourself. It all starts with your habits, your lifestyle, and the way that you interact with the world. We are not helpless. We are not hopeless. And we do not need to be saved. We are powerful, we are connected, and we are one. So with that, I hope I helped to make some things a little more clear about how energies work, or even simply giving you this guidance on what to focus on internally to help change your current reality. Thanks for tuning in. I enjoyed sitting here and just talking what's on my mind, no script. I have my computer here because my microphone's plugged in, but there is nothing on the screen. And if you would please share how you liked this format, it would help me out on guiding where to go next, because I have a bunch of ideas, but I also want to make content that you guys enjoy and that's easy to follow along. So let me know your thoughts, and if you would please give me a like, comment, and share. It really, really helps me out. Your engagement is what brings me closer to becoming a YouTube partner, and it allows Abby Blue to make more content. I would really appreciate your support on my channel. And until the next one, you guys, thanks for joining. Abby Blue out.